In this video, we're going to take a look at my favourite games featured in the 2025 Apple Design Awards. I thought Apple might showcase Balatro this year. Balatro is a satisfying fusion of poker, solitaire, and deck building with rogue-like elements. I have seen so many people playing this game on their iPhone when I'm out and about, like on the bus or when waiting for a coffee. That is actually really awesome. I typically see people playing, free-to-play casual games on mobile when out in public. So I think it's a massive positive that a paid premium experience is being enjoyed worldwide for casual mobile gameplay. It's worth noting there are two versions of Balatro on the App Store. The paid version, which is only available on Apple mobile devices, and then the Apple Arcade version, which is available on all Apple platforms. I'm so happy that Apple featured DREDGE in the Apple Design Awards 2025. DREDGE is a slow-paced horror adventure set in a maritime town where dark and large secrets lurk below the surface. The game's submerged monsters may be, a little bit scary, but its interactions are smooth sailing across touch, controller, and mouse and keyboard, both in its main narrative and mini-games on offer. I think it's really cool that the game offers a free demo with an in-app purchase to buy the full game. I also love that it's a universal app between iPhone, iPad, and Mac. More games need to do this. It would be awesome if DREDGE could also come to Apple TV in the future as well. Control was ported to Mac in 2025, and despite being released a few years back on other platforms, I imagine Apple picked it for this award thing due to it being a decent showcase of Apple GPU power. Control is a visual feast, making pretty good use of hardware-accelerated ray tracing to conjure up battlegrounds like the clean offices of the Federal Bureau of Control. Every detail in this game is awesome, from the reflections in the boardroom to the character details and so forth. I love marveling at the particle, smoke, and 3D effects as I'm busting up environments. Control is only available on Mac, but I hope Remedy consider bringing it to modern iPhone and iPads that support hardware-accelerated ray tracing in the future. Probably my favourite game on this list, Neva is a powerful, sometimes sober and richly illustrated story about the emotional effects of environmental decline. It's from the developer Nomada Studio, the people that brought you Grizz. Neva follows a girl and her wolf as they make their way through a decaying world, using the changing of the seasons to illustrate not just the challenges of their reality, but the evolution of their relationship. Players are charged with escorting the pair safely through the game's really nice world. The game is only available on Mac, unfortunately, but I hope in the future the developer considers bringing it to mobile and Apple TV like they did for Grizz. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is a well-crafted action-adventure platformer by Ubisoft. It's inspired by the Metroidvania genre and set in a mythological Persian world. I agree. It's annoying that it's not a universal purchase between iPhone, iPad, and Mac. But overall, this is an excellent pick for the Apple Design Awards. It offers a free demo on mobile too, and the full game is pretty cheap compared to the Mac version, PC, and console. The game's performance on paper is pretty good, hitting 60 FPS, although there are some frame pacing issues across the board on Mac and iPhone and iPad. Even with these frame pacing issues, I definitely think this game is worth checking out. Thank Goodness You're Here is a quirky comedy slapformer that unfolds as players explore the bizarre town of Barnsworth. You'll unlock new areas and stranger tasks with each odd job. Its colourful characters come alive through vivid, hand-drawn animation, full voice acting, and a constant flow of cheeky British humour. The British humour is brilliantly weird. The kind that makes you think, what did I just play? But in the best positive way. This one is only available on the Mac App Store. I hope Cole Supper consider bringing it to mobile in the future. Packed with cool combos to perform and obstacles to navigate, Skate City New York plays equally well with touch and controller. The game offers patient onboarding that affords plenty of time to learn its wealth of kickflips, manuals, and grinds, which you can then upgrade through smartly spaced out lessons. The result is easy to pick up, but with enough challenge to keep even expert digital skaters glued to its virtual boards. This game has a lot on offer and it's really cool, and it's one of the best games on Apple Arcade. Yes, this is an Apple Arcade exclusive, but it is available on all platforms, all Apple platforms. Likey Studios returns to the Apple Design Awards with a nostalgic puzzler built for everyone. Players assemble puzzles made of 80s era puffy stickers, more than 2,500 of them, all drawn by local artists from Bangkok and Bali. As in their 2023 Apple Design Award winner Stitch and 2022 finalist Tint, the studio has prioritized accessibility from day one here, apparently, according to Apple, integrating features like reduced motion, a high contrast mode, and a series of outline settings that add focus to certain parts of the board. This one again is an Apple Arcade exclusive, but it is available on all Apple platforms. Okay, so this one is an Apple Vision Pro exclusive, so not many of you will probably be able to play it because not many people have an Apple Vision Pro. Anyway, Ahoy is a whimsical experience that's part redemption arc and part environmental warning. This imaginative game follows Picardi, a man striving to atone for his past and restore beauty to his world. I don't own an Apple Vision Pro headset, it's too expensive for me, but this does look like a must-have if you own this headset. Apple said the game maximizes the potential of the spatial canvas, offering many compelling ways for players to interact with the rich drawn world and take in its wonderful soundscapes, all in service of a message about environmental stewardship and the difficulty in changing institutions. Here is our last game, and you might be saying, what the heck is this? Well, this is Peanut Butter and Jelly, the musical. It is a snack-based Shakespeare, an interactive story of Romeo and Juliet with condiments. Yep, you heard right, condiments. It mixes rhythm-based gameplay with narrative storytelling and a really brilliant, awesome, fantastic, great soundtrack. And it has haptic feedback, clever camera work, and fun dialogue. You might think it's a kid's game, and maybe it is, but I don't think it is. It's so wonderfully weird and creative. I think you will really enjoy this if you're into abstract art. The game is available on iPhone, iPad, and Mac as the iPad version. Gears and Goo is an Apple Vision Pro exclusive and is also only available to Apple Arcade subscribers. Anyway, it is a tower defense game and could be a good game to try on the Apple Vision Pro headset. Art of Fauna is a hand-drawn puzzle game that balances inclusivity and ecology. Solve its vintage-inspired wildlife cards by reordering either the images or the text with accessibility features and proceed supporting conversation. What do you think of these games from the Apple Design Awards 2025? Do you agree with Apple's picks or do you disagree? Do you think something should have been here that wasn't there? I'm actually pretty impressed with the selection here overall. I think it's really good to see that Apple this year are focusing more on premium games That's a really big thing, actually. I'm very excited to see what they have in store for WWDC 2025 in a few days. Anyway, my name is Stewie and thanks for watching.